Hi everybody, it's Lynn Hayes. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to make a little video about this upcoming Mercury retrograde. I'm up here in Pittsburgh. It's snowing like crazy, but I thought this Mercury retrograde period is different enough. I wanted it to have its own video. The reason I think this is going to be a doozy is because of Pisces and Neptune. Mercury is the planet of the mind. It has to do with communication and learning and education. It has to do with equipment and short travel. It has to do with cars and trains and telephones, all kinds of equipment that transmits information from one place to another. And so all of these things depend on Mercury being clear, on there being some efficiency with the way that these energies are able to be transmitted. When Mercury is in Pisces, we can be very imaginative, we can be very creative, we can have a strong spirituality and have a desire to connect with God or our own sense of connection with the divine. These are all things that are really important with Pisces. But what is not so good with Pisces is anything requiring concentration, focus, business planning, analysis. These are not good Pisces things. And these are things that we need when Mercury is, when we're trying to use Mercury. So we are kind of in a setup over the next few weeks while Mercury is in Pisces, that these things are going to be potentially a little bit rocky or fuzzy, or we're not going to really have the kind of clarity that we need for some things. So what we're looking at is Mercury, which has been in Pisces for quite a long time. It's been in Pisces for a couple of weeks, several weeks, and it's going to be turning retrograde on March 5th at 29 degrees. So the 29th degree is called a critical degree. It's also called an anaretic degree, which you can look up on my website. I have some articles about that. But essentially, it's the end of a cycle. So there's a quality of endings. There's a quality of wrapping things up. But with Mercury at 29 degrees, we can't wrap things up. We don't quite get there. Then Mercury turns retrograde and we're going back again. So be prepared for that. If there's something you want to finish, you may not be able to get that done. Mercury is going to turn retrograde. It's going to move back through Pisces. And then when we get to the Pisces new moon, actually, which is one day after Mercury turns retrograde, the sun and the moon will align with Neptune. Sun and the moon are in Pisces. They're going to line up with Neptune, the modern ruler of Pisces. This gives us a very strong Neptunian, mystical, imaginative, spiritual, potentially escapist new moon. Anyway, there's a lot of creativity. It's perfect for artists and writers and anybody who really wants to use their imagination. But again, not so good for analysis. So during this month, if you can avoid it, try not to create anything that is going to need a lot of focused attention. This is not a Capricornian time. It's not a time for building and putting things together. This is a time for using your imagination, for being creative. And this is going to be especially true between March 20th or so and the end of March and early April. And of course, I'll be talking about that. But during that period, Mercury is going to be tightly connected with Neptune. They're going to be traveling together. So Mercury in Pisces in Neptune. Mercury is going to finish its retrograde, turn direct. The two of them will still be at the same degree for a couple of days. So that's going to be sort of the culmination of this Piscean time, as I like to think of it, this imaginative time when we're really aspiring to something greater. This is not, it is a time of inspiration. It's a time of magic. It's a time of really where anything goes. We are expansive. We are just creating from the soul. So it's a fantastic time for many things. But just don't try to get too much done during this period. It will likely just frustrate you. You can start picking that up again once we get into April. So I hope you find this information helpful. Please be sure to subscribe. You can hit the notification bell to be notified of new videos, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.